攻略せよ2。会社のお給料以外にインターネットで稼ぎたい。もしあなたが何かお仕事やビジネスをしていて、自分のお仕事サービスを宣伝したい、そういうニーズがあるとすれば、2はきっととても役に立つメディアです。なぜ今2なのかというと、あなたもご存知の通り、Facebook が今徐々にユーザー離れしてきています。その前はミクシーもそうでした。一時期一気にユーザーが増えて、ミクシーからユーザー離れが起こって Facebook に移行したように、今度は今 Facebook から2への移行がじわじわと水面下で起こっています。その速度が徐々に速くなってきています。今もう Facebook も2年前のようなたくさん人が集まる状況ではありません。そしてビジネスとして仕事として Facebook で何かお金を稼ごうとすれば、何かビジネスのご案内を出せば今逆に嫌われてしまう風潮が Facebook にあります。しかし2はまだ出てきたばかり。そしてもともと報酬が稼げる SNS ということでビジネスユーザーとして活動している人が多いのです。
すでに2は世界でも日本のユーザーが2番目にランクする大国になっています。このように一度投稿すると100以上のいいねやシェアが140ついてしまうこともたびたびあります。また創業者のセバスチャンですが、人気ロックアーティストインシンクのラジオ出演をしたり、アメリカの権威あるビジネスフォックス番組に登場したりもしています。それではここでその番組の一部をご覧いただきましょう。
What if Facebook paid you for every like that you received or every friend that you recruited? Now, Facebook may not be that generous, but there actually is a site that is. Sue is the latest to jump into the social networking craze. The site launched last week, and it's based off a platform that gives 90% of its ad revenue back to users. Here to explain exactly how it works and how you could put more bucks in your bank account, Sue founder Sebastian Sobchak. Hope I got that close. Sebastian, to give back 90%, I mean, that's obviously a very enticing lure. And we all hear about these YouTube stars, and everyone's starting to think about, hey, how can I make money myself? I mean, this sounds almost too good to be true.
It may sound like that, but it's actually true. So YouTube started this amazing thing where you have to reward the content creator, and they've created this global expanding business model that's been very successful. And offline, that sentiment has kind of reigned recently with kind of the federal appeals court decision regarding the NCA compensating people for their work, their likeness, and their image. And if you look at social today, it's the complete monetization of every user's content, likeness, and image that's 100% inefficient for the user. And so if it's...
Although, let's point out, users put their information on there voluntarily.
Sure.
They put it out there, so if somebody else is making money off of it, it's kind of tough to complain about that.
Well, they're like radio stations playing everybody's song and not giving them a royalty. That's the way we look at it. And we don't think that's the ideal. And so we're just making it a little bit more efficient. I'm not saying...
Sounds like you're making it a lot more efficient.
Exactly.
90%. Is this, okay, would this be gross revenue or after
revenues.
certain revenues?
And so if you look at the billions of users that are being monetized to the tune of tens of billions of dollars annually, I mean, this is an amazing segue to be talking right after you're talking about Twitter and tomorrow's Facebook earnings. I mean, there's a lot of money being created and not being, I guess, efficiently distributed to the content creator, which is basically every social user. So imagine distributing 90% away. It's not our content and it's not our interaction, so we think the lion's share should be given away.
Although the lion's share could be 51%.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. But if you give the lion's share away, which is what we think is fair, and you see startups actually giving the lion's share away, being brokers, for example, Uber, they only take a 20% transaction fee. Airbnb is in the 6 to 12% range.
Who are you going after, though? Okay, your platform goes after specifically maybe
content creators.
So what am I doing on your platform that I'm generating all of this content and all of these followers?
If I could just interject one little statement, just if we're giving purchasing power to all these users, which are massively distributed, we'd rather play in the financial services space, giving peer-to-peer payments, merchant services, and credit, and playing in that market, which is 10 times larger than the digital advertising and mobile advertising market. And that's how we're going to form our sustenance.
Okay.
Because the content creation game, it's not our content and it's not our interaction. So give it away and play in the financial markets, and we can.
So you create a loyal following because they're getting paid for something they've never gotten paid for.
Their own
but then
content.
you have to have a certain level of trust for them to do these financial transactions through you.
Exactly.
I mean,
like
and that would have to
other
come through a certain period of time. I'm happy you're going to give me a few bucks for my tweets, but now you're telling me to pay my bills through you. That's a whole different kettle of fish.
And we don't start with paying bills. We start with donating to charities. So you can see all these amazing charities like Environmental Media Association, Charity Water, Food for the Hungry. These entities now can have donations or their message monetized. Actually,
we've got to go. How's it? How are you feeling right now? You know, you're out there. How's it feeling? I mean, people knocking down your doors?
Yes,
really,
absolutely. It's a tsunami actually of interest. So
I would imagine it is. I think it's an amazing idea, and I like the way you want to segue into the bigger picture where there's more money and everyone could be happy. Sue, TSU, it's pronounced Sue though. That.
いかがだったでしょうか。スーには実際このようなチャリティーページがいくつも存在しています。こちらはお水をきれいにするためのチャリティーページ。こちらに自分が得た報酬を簡単にワンクリックで寄付をすることができます。そして今スーは世界で広がっています。このニュースフィードを見ていただいても、もう世界の人たちがあちこちから投稿してきています。まさにワールドワイド、日本人だけではないんですね。そして私は参入から1ヶ月半で友達が4300人、フォロワーが2300人の方にフォローしていただいています。そして私のネットワーク2785人になっています。これはほんの1ヶ月半の間に起こった出来事です。Facebook では同じ友達数が5000人に達成するまで1年近くかかりました。今でもフォロワーが4800人で、それ以上はなかなか増えない状況になっています。しかし数はまだまだ勢いがあります。たったの1ヶ月半でこれまでのユーザーの増加。ユーザー数100万人までの到達期間を正式に数が発表していますが、リリースから 2.5 ヶ月で200万人を突破しています。Facebook は10ヶ月かかって100万人、Twitter でも100万人到達するまでに24ヶ月かかっています。圧倒的な速さで数が全世界にユーザーを広げています。
これだけ爆発的に普及している数なんですけれども、実際に今日本の中でしっかりと活用できている人はほとんどまだ見かけられません。それは英語でサイトであるということと、その数がまだ始まってたったの2ヶ月少々しか経っていないということが原因かと思われます。そこで私はこの1ヶ月半自分で実践してきたことをこの数の教材としてまとめました。英語サイトであってもこの教材だけでしっかりとあなたの数を理解することができるようになると思います。そして2ヶ月後には数で1ヶ月に数千円から多ければ数万円、そこに少しのアレンジをするだけでサラリーマンのお小遣い以上の報酬を得ることができるようになるかと思います。まだこのリリース2ヶ月少し、インターネットメディアはいつもいつやるかがとても大事なメディアです。ぜひこの教材であなたの数ライフを楽しんでください。